There it is. Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Korean qualifiers of TSL4. We're going to find out today who's going to make it to the finals. The semifinals and finals broadcast is going to come a little bit later on in the day, brought to you by In Control and Dignitas Apollo. I think that's happening about 5 hours from now, but until then we have some open bracket coverage to give you here today. In the bottom left-hand location, we have the Red Zerg player, Dong Rei-gu. His opponent in the top left-hand location, we have the purple Terran player, Dream. And there's a food product sitting in front of me. I made it, but I didn't actually eat it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. This game can be very painful. It's going to get very painful. But we'll be fine. So let's speed this up a little bit, because we have a lot of replays to get through. We've been making good time. So yeah, ZVT on Entombed Valley. Spawning close by... I don't even know if they're close by anything. Is that close by air? Can we consider that? We have a command center first opening from Dream. Fairly standard play. Going up with 1 gas a little bit soon after. Not going for 2 gas. Meanwhile, DRG actually going for a faster gas here. This is a little bit unusual in the current ZVT metagame, in that usually you're going to see the Zerg player go for the quad queen opening, which is oh so strong. Oh so strong. But DRG continuing to get... Oh, and there is the Roach Farm. So we're going to slow it down a little bit. Factory on the way from Dream. And that looks like... The reactor's a little bit late, though. So the factory's done, but it has no reactor to be placed onto, so it might make 1 Hellion? Or is he just going to chill in the air for a little bit? Very interesting. That's... okay. It's obviously not optimal. Let me take a drink of my... beverage. There's a bunker on the low ground, but 10 roaches on the way from DRG. He is droning up behind this, though, so this is just going to be a pressure attack to make sure the Terran isn't doing anything too ridiculous as far as, okay, too greedy, like a 3rd command center. Oh, okay. Well, there's the 3rd. There's the 3rd command center. 2 barracks, 3rd barracks. So he's only gonna have. Let's go to Units tab. He's only gonna have 2 Marines. We have 2 Marines on the field, and we're about to have 10 roaches on the way. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. 2 Hellions just now popping out. And hello, roaches. How are you doing today? Now it's crisis management mode tide. Do you lift off your command center? Do you go into your main base? Do you build a bunker in your main? The bunker is being built in the main base. SCV is trying to repair this bunker, and those can repair that all day. Honestly, maybe. Honestly, maybe. Yeah, the bunker's staying alive here. Roach is going to start targeting down these SCVs and these mules so they can actually do damage to this bunker. This is giving time for the bunker to rebuild on the high ground. The Marines are going to fall. 1 Marauder in production, and DRG not going up the ramp just yet. Chilling on the low ground, taking care of this command center. Just now going to go up to the high ground. Going to target down that reactor. Bunker is done, though, so I can see Dream. He does have a Marauder in here as well. It looks like he should be able to hold this off. SCV's coming forward. Going for the mineral walk and then A moving. I like it. So, Dream losing a lot of SCVs in that engagement. 38 to 20, in fact, is the count. But supply is 58 to 36, so DRG with a comfortable lead at this point in time, I would say. As I take a drink, excuse me. Delicious. Okay. 2 Hellions from Dream have to get some damage done. We're at a point where the Terran player, he just lost a lot of stuff. Let's look at control. Our 19 workers were killed at the 8-minute mark of the game. He's down plenty in harvesters, so he has to make something happen here. As we speed it up a little bit. Hellion's trying to look for some creep tumors, poking through the main base, sees the spine crawler. Meanwhile, behind this, getting stim. That is almost complete. Is he going to formulate a push behind this? It's a lot of Marines here. 2 medevacs on the way. Double engineering bay on the way as well. Taking on the rocks to the 3rd. Entombed Valley, a very easy map to take a 3rd base. We'll have to see if Dream plays defensive, equaling the supply count a little bit. DRG going up to 6 lings. 1-1 is on the way for the melee and the carrot base. Lair on the way as well. 12 lings in production. Saw the attack across the map. Lings trying to do some counterattack action here. But Dream's going to be attacking pretty hard here. Slow down. Dream going to be attacking. Lots of Marines and Hellions here. Supply 113 to 97 in favor of DRG, but that's a lot of Lings on the field. 1-1 not yet complete. 5 Roaches being added onto the mix. Baneling Nest almost done. Blue Flame almost done, as well as +1. Dream going to engage. Zergling's trying to get a decent surface area here. Keep in mind the Medivacs can just pick up these units whenever he wants, and there he goes. You can do that when there are no Mutalisks present, and there's only Queen that can't do too much damage to your Medivac. Can leave you alive for a little bit. So Dream going to be backing away for now. And more Banelings are being morphed in by DRG. So we have a Spire on the way for DRG. Going for, it's a weird, a little bit of a wonky composition here. Going for Ling, Baneling, Roach into Spire. Meanwhile, Dream is all of a sudden he's on 3 bases. He has 3 orbital commands, dropping mules every which way. So you could say he's back in this game, kinda. In fact, I almost would. 76 to 58 is the Harvest Lead for DRG. But DRG can engage here, finally getting picked up. Are those units on the ground? Blue Flame Hellion has completed, so it wasn't the worst trade in the world there for Dream. And again, DRG is along a few different tech paths. Again, the Ling Baneling, then going for the Roaches and the Mutas. So you have to keep that in mind. Scan going down here from Dream, trying to clear up this creep a little bit. DRG going to engage once again. Keep in mind, a lift up could happen. No lift up just yet. There it is. And Dream reinforcing with more Blue Flame Hellions, trying to get those cost-efficient trades. And Dream actually playing this not bad at all, considering how far behind he was. DRG looks like he might want a counterattack moving across the map with a lot of Roaches and a lot of Lings. There are 2 Blue Flame Hellions on the high ground here for DRG. Or Dream, I should say. Excuse me. But Dream wants to turn this game into a nightmare for his opponent. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to put that in somewhere. Blue Flame Hellions trying to engage these Lings. Nice around there from DRG, but a Marine Marauder Medevac Squadron going to be reinforcing fairly soon behind this. 2 Marauders on the way. 2-2 on the way for Dream. No takes in this composition just yet. Instead, going for that mass Medevac style, which I love to see so much. But now those mutas are on the field, and they're out for blood. Not a crazy ground army here for DRG. Plenty of Roaches and Lings, but not a ridiculous amount. A lot of that supply in mutas right now, maybe in drones. 79 drones on the field. There's some more Lings. Looks like engagement going to happen here in the middle of the map. DRG going to try to engage this Marine Marauder army. That's not going to be enough. DRG is on the run, and Dream in hot pursuit. Going to take out every single one of these Roaches, except 1 or 2 or 3. Scanning as well. I love the preemptive splitting. Recognize the fact that, okay, my opponent could have Infestors. My opponent could have Banelings. I have to preemptively split my army. And Dream hitting before these Banelings can complete. Finally, DRG going to try to engage here. But very nice splitting there from Dream. DRG has so much, though. And DRG is going to clean this up. Dream is going to be on the run with these Medevacs. Nicely played there by DRG. And is he going to try to counterattack? Marines and Marauders finally joining on to reinforce, but these mutas are just too much. Too much to handle for Dream at this point. Excuse me. 143 to 115 is the supply count lead for DRG. Keep in mind, this is a best of 3. Now, who's ahead? 11 Marines in production on the way. Upgrades show 2-2 for the Terran player. And now we're at a point where DRG is on 4 bases, not quite saturated at that 4th base. Needs to focus on that. The Terran player is on 3 bases, trying to get a 4th. If I'm DRG, I do not want that 4th to get up. 2 infestation pits on the way for DRG. Not sure if that is on purpose. Probably not. Usually you don't want to make neural parasite and pathogen glands at the same time. But yeah, the composition from DRG is the Muta, the Lings, and the Banelings. And it looks like we're finally seeing a siege tank transition ish from Dream. Starting that siege mode tech. 3-3 is on the way, keep that in mind. Dream scanning ahead, sees the number of Banelings his opponent has. Is like, you know what, I don't want to engage that just yet. Muta's going to go for a counterattack into the main base. We haven't seen that yet in this game. Trying to find a hole in his opponent's defenses, up to 196 supply. Now going to start looking for those cost-efficient trades with his units. 1 Medevac getting caught off guard there by DRG. But a lot of Banelings being made right now for our Red Zerg player. He has 13 morphing, 23 on the field, which makes 36 Banelings in total, eventually. We also have pathogen glands on the way, but DRG doesn't necessarily have the supply to make any infestors at this point in time. Again, we got to look out for those cost-efficient trades. DRG now looking for something to engage. Finds this medevac. The Mutale's going to be in hot pursuit. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dream drop. Nope, not going to drop those Marines. Realizing they are forfeit. Their lives are forfeit. Upgrades once again. 3-3 about to finish for the Terran player. Only at 2-2 is DRG, just now going up to Hive. A scan going down from Dream. Has to start preparing for this attack. 2 supply depots should probably be raised up, but DRG not going to engage just yet. Trying to bide his time, waiting for the scan to finish perhaps. Dream backing up with these Marines, tank sieging up from the high ground, but that's so many Banelings and Links trying to engage this Terran army. Dream backing up with his entire force, trying to split efficiently as well, and Planetary Fortress is going to be doing a lot of damage here, but it will fall. Dream staying alive though. And DRG backing away, but again, he was looking for that cost-efficient trade. Killed the 4th, killed plenty of units, still up in supply. Reinforcing with 74 Lings, adding on some Infestors. Hive about to finish, which means he can start the 3-3 upgrades of Dream Glands and the Ultra's Cavern if he so pleases. There also is a Spire on the field, so he could potentially go for that Greater Spire. And look at the timing here. +2 flyer attacks is going to finish right when the Hive completes, so he could theoretically start a Greater Spire right when the Hive finishes. Dream now going for a counterattack. Come to the bottom right-hand side of the map with lots of Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs. DRG biding his time. Wants his opponent to get on creep before he engages. There are 2 siege tanks behind this. And DRG is going to engage, leaning forward with the Lings. Banelings following close behind. Dream needs immaculate footing, but there's the fungal growth from DRG, keeping all these units in place, and such a cost-efficient engagement there from DRG. Going to start targeting down these Medevacs with these mutas. Goodbye, Medevacs. DRG at 170 supply has a really nice bank. Getting that 4th up on the field. I thought there was something purple here because there's a Marine. Dream going to turn around with this Marines Marauders, splitting preemptively. Again, very nice moves there from him. And DRG has a decent lead here. 180 to 117 supply. Again, has that economy that's so important as a Zerg player. It's not like Dream throughout this has been dropping everywhere. Denying tech, denying drones, denying expansions. No, he hasn't been doing that. And if you let a Zerg opponent get out of control with their economy, it can get tough. 81 Harvesters, workers killed is 0. Dream has killed no workers in this entire game. 22-minute TVZ. So DRG is still looking very good indeed. +3 ground melee attacks on the way. Also have Adrenal Glands, Ultra's Cavern, and Greater Spire. So has many options available to him. Can make some Corruptors and go for Broodlords. Can make some Ultras. Could do both. The point is, he's quite strong in the late game at this stage, at this point in time. 2k, 1.5k banked. I feel like it's going to be Ultras because he hasn't made any Corruptors yet. And usually you would make the Corruptors, so when your Greater Spire completes, you can make your Broodlords, but just not making 5 Corruptors, so DRG, not sure what he was waiting on there. DRG looking for an engagement. Dream needs to be careful. Sieging up his tanks. DRG thought about it. Stimming forward is Dream, trying to find his opponent's unit composition. Trying to target down those Infestors. I like that plan. Dream coming forward here. Oh, decent fungal there from DRG. Looks like he might want to engage a little bit of his army, but backing away. Would love some supply for Ultras right now, I bet. But his opponent is mixing it plenty of Marauders. So you have to be careful when you're going Ultras, and your opponent has... Wow, he already has 6 Marauders there in that composition. And they are 3-3, keep that in mind. Again, DRG only at 2-2 at this point in time, +3 melee attacks about to finish. But hold that thought, DRG looking to engage, backing away to the Watchtower, changing his mind. And Dream's force is actually looking pretty scary. Again, splitting up his Marines, Fungal's not going to do that much damage. DRG looking to engage again, wanting his opponent to get onto that creep. But Dream keeping his 4th alive, that's important. 5 Broodlords on the way for DRG, as well as 3 Ultras. Where are the Broodlords being morphed? Okay, there they are. DRG. Now advancing to the middle of the map here with these Broodlords. Gotta keep those protected, though. Gotta keep those protected. We see a Ghost Academy on the way here for Dream. No Vikings in that production. Actually, 2 Vikings in production as soon as he saw those Broodlords. Staying forward to try to engage this. Where are your Infestors, DRG? There's only 1 Infestor. Ew, that makes me a little bit nervous. Gonna be trying to engage these tanks as they are unsieged. Dream, nice splitting once again, but nice fungal there from DRG, keeping those Marines and Marauders in place. Another relatively cost-efficient trade there for DRG. Broodlords need to stay alive, though, and they are going to stay alive. More fungals going down, only medevacs remain. DRG refusing to engage at 192 supply. 4 ultras on the way. Oh no! Broodlord's a little bit exposed. No fungals available for this infestor, and Dream going to target down these Broodlords, but here come the Ultralists from DRG, cleaning up the ground army from Dream. And DRG is still maxed. He has been maxed for quite a while. He's going to be maxed this entire game, I feel. Dream at 120 supply. Scrambling to get a correct unit composition on the field. There's a planetary fortress at this 4th. Repairing SCVs can do very well, and keeping that alive for a while. Dream moving his units over to the right hand side to defend against this attack from DRG. There's a drop at the 3rd base. Taking down 1 queen, but it looks like DRG should be able to clean this up. Fleeing back to the medevac. Nothing that shoots up is here. Where are the mutas? There they are. And finally, I think we had a worker killed. 3 workers killed there for Dream. Hasn't been able to be terribly aggressive with medevacs because if you consider the beginning of this game and how far behind Dream was, after the 10 roach timing attack from DRG where Dream only had 2 Marines on the field, yeah, you remember that? That was pretty crazy. That was pretty darn crazy. Oh, did you see that medevac? Not quite yet. DRG trying to find a place to engage. Dream sieging up his tanks. Has Vikings on the field, remember that. Oh, all those Marines stimming up, thinking about engaging, splitting up his army as well. Realizes infestors can be very strong at this point in time. Medevac floating over the army, DRG! That's not good. Can't be losing them free units at this point in time. DRG looking for the cost-efficient engagement. Siege tanks shelling away at the ultras, and DRG still not willing to engage. It's a hard decision to make, to commit towards a Terran concave. But again, DRG I feel like is well ahead in this game. It's only a matter of time as I take a drink. Is this the time? DRG advancing to the right side. The top right side of the map, Dream repositioning his siege tanks. Muta's being sent toward that additional base. Very nice decision there from DRG. But Dream, again, has a lot of stuff. He is 3-3, has Marauders here as well. So Ultras, while they're going to be good, it's all going to come down to the control from both of these 2 players. But DRG has a ridiculous bank. 4K, 2K there in the bank. Again, all he needs to do is find those cost-efficient trades. DRG still refusing to engage. Apparently, a couple spires are being rebuilt, so everyone can hate me for missing that. Not sure what the deal is with that, but mutas and infestors being caught off guard here. A little bit. I don't think he wants these mutas, honestly. He wants the meteor stuff. He doesn't want these mutas, maybe. That's just me theorizing. But if you're just now joining us, you're watching the round of 128 of the TSL4 Korean qualifiers. This is a best of 3. Game number 1 in between DRG and Dream. Today, we've already seen Marine King Prime, we've seen Nestea, and we've seen Hero. Anyone else? Did I miss anyone? We've seen all those best of 3s from the round of 128. Am I missing someone? I feel like I might be. It's been about 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours. We've had food. 8 p.m. Someone wanted me to show 8 p.m. Is it the right 8 p.m.? I hope so. Pretty high. DRG finally deciding to not engage. Dream looking for it. Uh-oh, medevacs need to be careful. Medevacs need to be careful. We've talked about food. We've talked about life today. Talked about a lot of stuff. Oh, Infestor's getting picked off there. DRG. A little bit sloppy in that regard. DRG, why are you trying to engage? He's trying to get his opponent to get on creep, I feel. But DRG, I mean Dream, I should say, is maxed now. So, DRG, again, just continuing to refuse to engage. I don't want to engage. But now he's only down to 3 Infestors. Can we get fancy? What's the, No. Nope, that doesn't work either. I don't know what the key I'm looking for is. But here we go. DRG now finally deciding to engage with the fight. No, he's backing up again. DRG. Gosh, this is hard to watch. He keeps just losing stuff for free. DRG, just go. You have 5k, 3k in the bank. Just go. Very micro-intensive situation here. Broodlord's trying to get those tanks on siege, and that's what DRG is trying to engage once those tanks are on siege. I'm afraid to say this is it. Here he goes, because it never is. But finally, here we go. Fungal goes going down on the entire Marine Marauder army, and that's as cost-efficient of an engagement as you're going to get. DRG melting away the ground army with those Infestors, Ultras, Banelings, Broodlords from above, killing lots of stuff. Shift C, is that what you're saying? There we go. Holy crap. 337. Data average APM. Data average APM. That's actually kind of crazy. And we're going to keep an eye on that for a little bit. That is pretty intense. But DRG remaxing almost immediately. Almost immediately. 33 Banelings in production. Has added a lot of Broodlords to this composition as well. Plenty of Corruptors in the air. And here he goes. Does Dream have what it takes to stop this? Does he have sufficient defenses? We'll see. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. DRG has the entire bottom side of the map. How does he engage this? He has some ghosts in the field, so maybe it'll take a nuclear strike. I don't think he has researched a nuke, though. Snipes aren't as good as they once were. DRG looking for the engagement. And what does Dream have to respond? Baneling's waiting underneath for the Marines and Marauders to come forward. Dream's slowly trying to pick apart these Broodlords, but like fighting these Broodlings is no fun at all. And DRG getting engaged with the Banelings. Exploding into exclusively Marauders there, so nice control once again there from Dream. The medevacs above are getting decimated by the Corruptors, and it looks like DRG should clean it up here again. 4k, 2k in the bank, and there's the GG from Dream. So don't go anywhere, guys. Oh, that's not there anymore. We'll be right back with game number 2 between DRG and Dream after a quick commercial break. After I take a bite out of this food that's been in front of me for the entire game. So stay tuned. See you in a bit.